Yes, you read the title correctly. I did fail one of my nursing classes. Now I'm going to be completely transparent in this video because I know there are some people who have failed a nursing class and ended up, even though they failed, they ended up being successful in their nursing program. Or maybe you just failed a nursing class and you don't know what to do. Like, you're devastated, you're depressed, you're sad, you're wondering, oh, am I smart enough to be a nurse? Like, oh, will I be able to make it out the program? So I just kind of want to share my story and let you guys know, yes, you can fail a nursing class and still become a successful nurse. Sometimes it's not about how you start, but it's all about how you finish. And despite me failing a nursing class and having to stay in college an extra year, I did go on to graduate with like a 3.51 GPA. That was cum laude, or however the heck you pronounce it. I ended up being able to get my dream job straight out of college, and now I'm a registered nurse. I'm doing just fine. Of course, there's always more learning to nursing, but I didn't let the fact that I failed that one nursing class dictate my future. So I'll just share my story. So I'm going to take y'all all the way back to my fall semester 2012. So this is when I started taking nursing classes. So everybody knows if you're doing a BSN program, it's usually a 4-year program if you're doing the traditional route. So with the BSN traditional route being a 4-year program, so the first 2 years are the prerequisite courses, the last 2 years are your nursing courses. So with my nursing courses starting in fall 2012, so I took fundamentals of nursing, health assessment, pathophysiology, and transcultural nursing at the University of Tennessee at Knoxville for my first semester. So the class that I didn't pass was health assessment. And there are many reasons that go into why I didn't pass my health assessment class, but I'll just give you 3 of the reasons why I didn't pass. So I went into nursing school, I was not prepared. I can be honest and say I was not prepared at all, because I think the semester before we had took a class called Introduction to Nursing, and that class wasn't really that bad. It was like a really simple class, just like a basic class, learning about, the different pioneers in nursing and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, nursing school must be really easy. Wrong. Like, I did not know what I was getting myself into with nursing school. So, when I first started nursing school, I was taking my study habits from, previous semesters into nursing school, and come to find out that was not going to work. Like, in nursing school, you have to critically think. It's not enough for you just to memorize the material. You have to critically think and apply the material when you're taking nursing tests. So first thing first, I had bad study habits. My prerequisite classes, I could study the night before and still be able to make an A on the test. No, that's not gonna work in nursing school. I mean, unless you're like a genius or something. Maybe some people can study the night before in nursing school and be able to pass the test. For me, that did not work for me. Second thing, I got help when it was too late. So with this nursing class, which was health assessment that I failed, I got help too late. Help from my other classmates or help from the teacher, whether that would have been emailing the teacher saying, hey, I'm struggling in your class, can we meet so you can help me out? Or, come into her office hours and, getting help from my classmates, whether that's studying with them for tests or, just going over the material or asking them, how do you understand this problem? How do you understand this? So they could give me like a new way to understand something. I didn't do any of that till it was finals. So because I think I want to say 2 exams in, I want to say I made like C's on both those exams. One of my tests was after fall break in health assessment. I completely did not study for that test. I thought maybe looking at my notes the night before was going to do something, but it didn't do anything at all. So for my final in health assessment, I ended up studying with one of my classmates But you know, it was too late by then. Because by then I had to make like a 92 on the final. I think I ended up making like an 86 on the final. And I thought, hey, if I make an A on the final, I can pass the class. I did not sit down at all with the teacher to say, hey, I'm not doing well in your class, you know. Can you help me? You know, I just was like, oh, I'll do better on the next exam. Wrong. Always get help. Like, if you notice that you're struggling in a nursing class, please get help from the teacher. And the other thing is distractions. I had several distractions in my life. The main one was I was in a real bad relationship. I won't get into, you know, the specifics of it, but just know it was like really bad, and it kind of took my focus off my studies. That's why I always say, if you have distractions in your life, then you have to cut them off in nursing school, because it's not worth it. When you think of the end goal in mind versus you hanging on to somebody that's like a distraction and not good for you, you know, it's just best to go ahead and cut them off. So I was dealing with that, and that kind of took my focus off nursing school, so I wasn't able to perform well in nursing school. I remember finding out I didn't pass the health assessment, my health assessment class, because I was on my way back home from college because it was Christmas break. So the health assessment final was the only thing standing between me and Christmas break. And I remember I had made it back to Memphis, and I had to go through the school zone. I was speeding a little bit, and this cop pulled me over. And, you know, he was very mean to me. And then he ended up making me cry because he was like, well, you have court on January 10th or something. And I was like, well, I'm a college student. I don't think I can make it. And he was like, well, I should just arrest you right now and put you in jail. So tears just start bawling from my eyes. And then when I got home, I ended up checking Blackboard to see, oh, I made that 86 on the final and didn't pass the class. So I'm in bed crying. I'm devastated. I'm like literally hit rock bottom. I ended up calling up one of my friends who was in the nursing program as well, and he had been through the experience before. I'm like, well, what can I do? What can I do? And I'm trying to email the teacher, hey, is there anything I can do? I see I didn't pass the class. She's like, nope. And, you know, in my nursing program, they had a policy like if you failed like 2 classes, you were out. And thankfully I only had failed 1. But I share my story, you know, to be completely transparent with you all, because I know there are some people who have just failed a nursing class and, you know, it feels like they've hit rock bottom and they don't know, you know, what's going to happen next or anything like that. And, you know, I can say I'm no longer ashamed to say, hey, yeah, I didn't pass this nursing class, but, you know, look at me now. You know, I'm a successful registered nurse. I was able to graduate with like a 3.5 GPA. So I just made this video just to, you know, let people know, hey, keep your head up. You know, you're still in this. You still have a chance to become a nurse, but you need to learn from your mistakes and promise yourself that you won't make the same mistakes again. So I can say, you know, even though I did have to stay in college an extra year because I didn't pass this nursing course, you know, I don't regret anything, you know, because my last year of college probably was the best year of my life. Well, freshman year and the last year of college, they kind of like top each other. Like, I had good times both years, but, you know, I really had a good time my last year of college. So it's like, you know, I'll be like, man, if I didn't pass that nursing class, what I got to experience, what I experienced my last year of college. And, you know, I always feel like God can turn a bad situation, turn it into a situation that's meant for your good. And I want to say I made A's in each of my classes after that. And, you know, I was never the shy in nursing school. After that experience, I was never too shy to ask my teachers for help or ask classmates for help. And also another thing was I knew people who had been through the program before me, so they would be passing down their notes and everything like that and giving me tips on how to pass the class, or giving me tips about, you know, the professors. Oh, that professor likes this. And then also, so that really helped, knowing people above me and them passing down their notes to me and everything like that. He completely restored me after this, you know. After I failed this nursing class, my study habits, they got better. Like I sat in the front row in my nursing classes. I organized my binders. I was studying like weeks in advance before tests. I made sure I read the chapters. I was on it. But I say all this to say, you know, failing a nursing class is not the end of the world. You can still go on to be a successful nurse. You can still pass the NCLEX. You can still get that dream job. I can laugh about this now because, you know, that was in the past, you know. I'm here right now. I even had my daddy questioning if I should be a nurse and everything like that. And, you know, people saying they were disappointed in me because I didn't pass a nursing class. And, you know, now I just look back on that. I think that experience really made me stronger, in all honesty. And then about 2 days later, after finding out I didn't pass my nursing class, of course my advisor emailed me saying, hey, you didn't pass the nursing class. You know, here's how your semester is going to go. And, you know, I ended up having to take other, like, classes that were outside of the nursing major just to be able to fill up my schedule and get, like, the 12 hours. Able to take, you know, regular classes. I think I might have took, like, African American studies and, you know, easy classes like that, just so I could be a full-time student. I hope you guys enjoyed me, you know, letting you guys in on my experience with failing a nursing class. You know, if you have any questions or if you just failed a nursing class and need somebody to talk to, you know, leave me a comment. My email is open, prettynurseashley@gmail.com. But thank you for watching.